may screw this up if I try to quote it from memory, but I was so delighted to find this cute little line in Ghosts of Detroit that I'm editing in at the end of the Murder of Crows series, where Kelsey, the human character who's moved back to an abandoned house in Detroit and finds that it's already occupied by a bunch of ghosts and strange things that are going very wrong as the city rebuilds. There's this spot where she is sitting in the kitchen talking to Daisy, the ghost of a drug addict who lived in the abandoned house next door before it burned down. And it's something like Kelsey was standing in her haunted kitchen talking to a ghost while eating a magically procured sandwich after being attacked by a mythical beast from another dimension in her front room. But for now, things were looking almost normal. And I'm slightly screwing that up, but it reminded me that somebody left a review for one of the Murder of Crows books saying they weren't really crazy about the narrative tone, where I've got kind of a frame of almost like you have in Pan's Labyrinth or Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide, where you've got a narrator kind of butting in a little bit and telling you about the story sometimes. And I was trying to make it sort of fairy tale like and a little bit snarky or satirical. So like in Murder of Crows Reverse All Tides, that shows up as Sunshine and Poppy jumping into their graves after spying around town and being very convincing in playing dead so they didn't get caught by the grown-ups. Something along the lines of, which was very convincing because they were dead. So there's that kind of a voice, and I'm curious what you think of that, because I had to keep it consistent through the series, but I've noticed I'm pulling back from it a little bit at the end, because the tone overall, I guess, is kind of heartfelt and found family kind of a story, even though it's a wild portal fantasy with mythical animals and nature spirits. How much do you like that narrative frame, whether you're a reader or a writer, and how much do you like the tone versus just reading the story? I feel like the trend is very much in the other direction, but I love it when it's done right in the other way.